Welcome, dear ones. I am Mrs. Louv, MD, 1111 Awakening. Within this collective of Divine Feminine, especially if you happen to be going through the process of a twin flame journey, if you are going through the process of growing within your life and your present situation may seem unfavorable, the environment you're in may seem unfavorable, I encourage you to thrive, which is the essence of the phrase, bloom where God planted you. Everything is in divine alignment. Now, we may not have the understanding and foresight to really fathom why we could be in situations that may seem dire or unfavorable. It could be a dysfunctional family, discord in marriage, infidelity, dealing with loneliness, stressful work environments, even dealing with the depressing news, the elections and all are going on. Whatever is going on within your environment, realize that you can be that seed within this situation and you can flourish into a beautiful flower. Realize that external factors, although they may seem so depleting, they do not have the power to penetrate you unless you allow them to. Whatever situation you find yourself in, you have the God-given abilities to bloom where you have been planted. There's a scripture, Matthew 19:26, and it reads, "But Jesus beheld them and said unto them, with men this is impossible, but with God all things are possible." Nothing you have done in the past, no setback you've experienced can keep you from flourishing and experiencing a heaven on earth. With God, all things are truly possible. You can control your thoughts and your emotions and transform your circumstances. You can do so by making sure that whatever situation or environment you are in, realize that you are the key. You do not have to succumb to whatever is happening around you. You can be empowered. You can be victorious. You have to decide within your mind and in your soul that you are set apart, no matter what situation you're in. Sometimes we're in situations like I mentioned earlier, even about dysfunctional families. You can be in a situation like that and wonder, why am I here? How is this even fair that I'm in this dysfunctional family? You may not realize that you could be a future counselor. You could be a future doctor, nurse, author. There is purpose for whatever pain you may be dealing with. The key factor in it all is to realize that you have the ability and the God-given gifts to bloom in those situations. Nurture the gifts that you have. Enhance your experience by going inward, opposed to trying to fight against it. Remember, you're a divine feminine. We are more in tune with being. That is our true nature, opposed to doing. So focus more so on being that true goddess energy that you are, and allow your essence and your ability to be loving, to be nurturing, to be the essence of a goddess. Let that transform your environment for your greater good. Now, the environment itself may continue to be havoc, but realize that you have the choice not to participate in that, and you can thrive in no matter what type of environment it is. And in order to do so, here are a few things that really contribute to that. By embracing the season of your life right now. Now, I know it may seem like, I just want to be out of this situation right now. I'm struggling. Yes, these are valid feelings that you're having, but realize that everything happens according to God's timing. And we all have been in situations where we felt like, why am I here at this moment? Why do I have to be around these people? You can be a conduit of true love and a testament of spirituality that's supposed to be in the environment at the time. Everything is not always about you per se. You could be that testament of faith, of true connection to divinity that these people may ever see. All right. So you could be used as a vessel. Realize that you have the ability to get through whatever situation that comes your way. So by focusing and embracing the things that are beautiful within your grasp, you'll be able to continue to flourish within those environments. Also, by refocusing your energy and connecting deeper spiritually for guidance and respite. So by taking the time away for yourself and really meditating, reading, really nurturing yourself, resting, you can create a deeper spiritual connection so that you'll be able to be equipped with the tools needed and the guidance needed in order to deal with certain situations and people that may be unfavorable. Also, prepare to bloom by seeking opportunities to help you flourish into the woman you want to become. This is extremely important because sometimes when you're in the midst of a storm, if you're in the midst of chaos, it can feel so stifling and overwhelming where you can switch over into a lack mindset, a scarcity mindset. Force yourself to vibe higher above what is really triggering your emotions. Begin to unpack and even ask Spirit, what are you teaching me in this moment? What are you humbling me for in this moment? Give me the insight so that I can shift within this moment. And truly, you will be provided guidance even through dreams. You will be given the necessary information needed in order for you to really shift yourself into a higher frequency during those times. Remember, the enemy, negativity, Satan, whatever you want to call it, evil energies are real and they like company. Misery loves company. So do not accommodate misery by also giving into that. Be the light within darkness always. And sometimes it could feel like a lonely experience, but realize that you are destined for greatness. If something is put in your path, it's because you have the ability to overcome it. And when you look back in hindsight, you'll rejoice and realize how much you have been blessed in order to overcome situations that were meant to destroy you. By reinforcing that you are blessed, you are divine, you are spiritual, you are pure, you are loving, you're protected, you are a divine feminine. By reinforcing these positive mantras, it really shifts your perspective. And truly understand now, when you are doing the right things, it could cause others around you to be convicted by your personality, by your grace, and it could cause them to bother you or try to infringe on your peace even more. But realize that you are divine and spiritually protected, and nothing can take that. No one can take that away from you unless you decide in your mind to allow them to take away your peace. So always refocus from those external factors to inner growth and well-being. You will increase your inner peace and begin to see your life flourishing. In the nick of time, you will see your life begin to flourish. Doors will begin to open. Things that seem to you didn't even know how things will work out, it will just magically, miraculously work out because you have tapped into a higher frequency. A lot of times when we think about being in tough environments and it can seem unfair, but as I recall over my life, in so many different situations that I have been in that seemed a bit difficult at the time, in retrospect, I have realized that those situations have made me grow into this prosperous woman that I am now. And I am thankful in whichever situation. There's been situations of betrayal. There's been situations of neglect. There's been straight up situations where I was just totally blindsided by the fact that the same people I could have extended so much love and compassion for could really turn their backs on me or do something to harm me or even try to sabotage me in whichever way. Whatever God has blessed, nobody can infringe upon. And it always comes to pass that things that people try to do negatively to you, when you get into your divine alignment, it always comes back to them. It's just divine order. So propel yourself into a space of virtuosity, a space of resilience, and knowing that you are a divine goddess. You are a daughter of God. And you are protected and provided for always. When you get into that frequency, realize that you are on another level. And there's nothing that can stop you from flourishing, from blooming. And so at times too, this is a whole nother aspect of it, where being that you know that people that operate below the veil of consciousness and spiritual awareness, they may attempt to sabotage you or attack you because they see your light. And because they don't have that light, they may want to destroy it. But realize that don't allow yourself to stop growing and blooming because of that fear of the unknown of what mere mortals will do to you. Realize that you are divine. And with divinity comes spiritual protection and ascension. So don't clip your wings to make others feel comfortable. Trust me, I've been there. I am a living testimony. I really tried to dim my light because I didn't want others to feel insecure about not having certain gifts and abilities. And I'm not saying to go around boasting and bragging about the things that you do well. Be humble, but at the same time, do not shrink yourself to fit into spaces that you have outgrown. If people that are supposed to be in your life, they will meet you where you're going, or they will go along with you. But those that aren't meant to be in your life, they will have to fall to the wayside. Continue to grow, continue to bloom, love yourself, and realize that no matter what is in your way, you are equipped with God-given abilities to overcome and thrive in every situation. So until next time, vibe higher and thrive. I am Mrs. Louv MD, 1111 Awakening.